Okay, so don't faint. I'm actually on camera. Who am I? Hi, I'm Jan. I love helping people keep some more of their own hard earned money. Could that be you? Welcome to the Save Money and More with Jan channel. And like I said before, I'm Jan. But before we get into things, I love to play this song. It sort of wakes me up too. Hang on. Okay, so it is Saturday. It is the weekend. This is the greatest part of the week for many people, but that's not to say that a lot of people aren't getting up to go to work. I mean, employment work. Sometimes all of us work even without getting paid. You see where I'm going with this. But many people have the traditional Saturday and Sunday off. But let's say a person wants to cut back on their expenses, but that doesn't mean we have to live a dull life and never enjoy our weekends. I'm not even kidding you. I have some ideas. I just want to pull up my banners here. And we're going to go over 9 things that actually do work. So let's see. Okay, number one, let's see if it shows up. Aha. Make small visual changes in your environment. Changing things around is absolutely for free. What do I mean by that? Let's say that you spend a lot of time in a certain room, whatever the room is. Maybe it's a bedroom, maybe it's a garage space where you might be working all the time. Make some small free visual changes. If there is a picture or a plaque or an object or something that like annoys you visually, or you're just like bored with it, take it away. You don't have to live with it. You could just move it. You could just recycle it. You could bless someone else with it if it bothers you, or if you, not that it bothers you, if there are things that you're just bored of looking at. This costs absolutely zero, just a couple of seconds of your time. But think carefully and spend a little bit of your time doing that. You'll be amazed and surprised how much better you feel. Okay, next on the list, make your own art using the printer. When I had a printer, I don't have it right now. I have it somewhere in storage. A friend of mine is holding it for me. When I had my printer, and I really used to love taking pictures with my smartphone and print pictures. I really love that. I'm telling you, I really should go and get some of my stuff out of there. But this is a great hobby. It doesn't cost that much. Sometimes people already have everything you need. If you have your smartphone camera or whatever camera you're using, and you have access to a printer, and you have the printing for photos, paper, etc. You know where I'm going with that. Make your own art of things that you love. Look around your home or apartment or whatever space you're living in. If you happen to have some frames, they don't have to be the gazillion-dollar frames. And believe me, some frames are really expensive. As long as you like them and it does the trick, I'm telling you, you can make your own wall art and save a lot of money and have a lot of fun doing it. And it really could be cost effective. But then at one point, you could look around your environment and say, hey, I took that picture. I printed that photo. It makes me smile. It makes me happy. You might be needing just to reproduce a picture somebody sent you from the olden days of your family that you just always said, oh, one day I'm going to get around to it. That's another show, the round to it. You're going to get around to it, and you're going to print that photo and put it in a frame. It is an amazing thing to do, and it costs hardly anything, especially if you have everything that I just mentioned. Number 3, meet up with friends or neighbors for a walk. I mean, this is like self explanatory. Meet up with friends or neighbors for a walk. Now, might be a little bit last minute, but I have found in my life sometimes the best, most fun things happen at the last minute without these make ahead plans for weeks and months. And sometimes, even though we mean well and like to plan things in advance, it doesn't always work out. And before I forget, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate everybody's time. If you have a moment right now, if you're liking this video, don't forget to click the like button. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right. So meeting up with friends or neighbors for a walk costs $0. The maximum thing that everybody could agree on, before you guys get together, is like, if you're going to go out to lunch, say, listen, let's cap off the lunch at, let's say, $10, $10 down, per person, if that's what you want, or skip the lunch and do it for absolutely free. Maybe you want to get a coffee somewhere, perhaps, or even skip the big walk, bring your coffee with a friend and go to a local park or outside of your home or apartment, and just sit on your local bench close to your home or apartment. This costs nothing. I am a huge believer in those traveling mugs. They are really good, really handy, and save a ton of money. Why is my foot itching? Yuck. Anyway, I had to mention that was not actually my foot, but the top of my foot, like near my ankle. Hello. Too much information. I know. All right. So let's see next on the list. 4, enjoy the backyard that you are blessed with. I remember what it was like to have a backyard, because at one time I did have a backyard. Okay. It's a really nice thing. At a deck, at a backyard, or that's another show. But when I did, I never, ever, ever took it for granted, especially growing up in the inner city. I never took that for granted. Our playgrounds and, backs of buildings and, little sparse areas that they called courtyards and stuff like that. That was our backyard. Although I'm not going to complain, because Central Park is a pretty nice backyard. So whenever I wanted to, I, take a subway ride over to Central Park. I still like to do that, minus the subway ride, but that's another show. But take advantage if you are blessed with a backyard, enjoy it. I'm just saying. And not just for maintaining it and cutting the grass. I mean, I remember all of that stuff. There's a lot of work that goes into front lawns and backyards and stuff like that. But if you're only just doing it to work for it and never stop and smell literally the roses of the backyard, that's not fair to you, in my honest opinion. In my honest opinion, I'm just saying. Let's see what else is next on the list here. Spend some mad crazy money and not past a small amount. Okay, for those that don't understand, what is Jan talking about, mad crazy money? This is a habit that I've developed because of someone else. And I talked about it in the past. Let's just say a neighbor in another location where I was used to give her mother, very nice person, what she would call mad crazy money. She had a senior citizen mother who never did anything for herself, ever. Quite a generous individual, just such a nice person. So one day the daughter said, "Mom, this is for you." And the mom was like, "What?" But then the daughter said, "Call this mad crazy money." So then she started limiting it to, the initial gift that she gave her mother was significantly much. But then the daughter promised her mom every single month that she is going to give her mother $20 to do whatever she wants with. Now, you're probably saying, well, what can anybody do with $20? But mind you, that story took place 20 years ago. and $20 back then went much further. However, I do love the idea. And as a result, I said, I hope you don't mind me calling it mad crazy money for myself. They were like, no, call it that. So anyway, so I started a few years ago, every month, take 20 for Janet, 20 for Janet, 20 for Janet, 20 for Janet, and call it mad crazy money. Some months I choose to use it. Some months I choose to put it back in the envelope. Some months I rather just let it accumulate, because in case I want to, purchase something fun that's beyond $20. But I do believe in setting up some sort of a mad crazy money fund. Doesn't have to be $20. It could be $10, or it could be a dollar store trip, spending $5. This way we remind ourselves we live in a world of choices. Despite being frugal is not like, oh my word, I can't do anything. I can't be happy. I just have to live this tight life. No, no. In fact, the whole idea is quite opposite. It's quite opposite, because frugal people love to make intended choices that fit their lifestyle. I'm just saying. Do you do mad crazy money at home? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm just saying. All right. Now this one, some people might agree with this or not. Is there someone that you've thought about on and off from, let's say, your high school days or whatever, a friend? Find that long lost friend, if possible. With social media and a little bit of free time that you might have this weekend, maybe consider finding that long lost friend. There are ways, and it doesn't have to cost you anything. So it's a thought, it's an activity, and it costs you $0. I'm just saying. Let's see what else on the list. Find a video for a homemade, I said home done manicure. Okay, not homemade either. You're not cooking your fingers. No. Find a video for how to do a home manicure. Hello. One thing wonderful about this platform, there are a lot of answers to how-tos. Like, I'm answering the question of how to spend a low cost or zero cost Saturday and still, enjoy it and not be bored or anything of that nature, in my opinion. Just offering little suggestions. I'm just saying. But one of them would be if you're interested, to research a video on just how to do a home done, whatever, manicure. Even if you just watch it, that doesn't mean you're going to do it. Maybe consider your options. Is there something else that you've been meaning to watch? I have some things on my list that I'm going to, Janet, the viewer on this platform. Okay. So there are a bunch of things that I write down. I write down a lot of things. So I write down in my trusty notebook some of the stuff that I would like to research. And it costs me nothing. It costs me nothing extra. The information is here. I don't have to go a gazillion miles away or buy a book for some of this stuff. No. I could just look right here on the platform. Am I right or am I right? Let me know if you've researched anything recently in terms of that. Just saying. Oh, did I? Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so what's next on the list? Okay, watch a happy movie at home. Now, we have streaming services. We have a ton of movies on this platform that everybody has a choice to look at. Sometimes Steve is already aware of this. Like sometimes Steve and I will be like figuring out like shows for the future or whatever. And then on a Saturday, I'll say to Steve, okay, Steve, I'm going now because why? Because I designated a certain time on Saturday afternoons, which is like totally Jan time. It's like totally Jan time. And I will like literally block it out for about 2 to 2.5 hours at some point on a Saturday, whether it's to visit someone, make that important phone call, or sometimes watch a movie. There's so much negative information right now going on. In my honest, I like to watch, but this is me. Everyone is different. I like to watch and choose to watch something funny, something uplifting, in good taste. You see where I'm going with that, because there could be a lot of like not great taste, but I choose to watch like uplifting, happy movies. Because in this negative information type place that we're all living in lately, I'll take that movie, but I will not spend a ton of money on a movie. I will not do that. I might decide to make some popcorn. I might not have popcorn. I might choose to not have popcorn, or just throw a toaster of pizza in the oven and call it a day. I'll be watching my fun movie, happy movie, and I'll heat up inevitably straight from my freezer some inexpensive toaster pizza, and I'll be totally A-okay. Hey, that is my time. I do work the rest of the week, just like many of you folks watching. Don't forget to take some time for yourself. And don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to see something else here. Let me know some free suggestions that you have in the comment section below. I'm just saying. Let me see something here. I hope this works. I couldn't get it to work the other day. Listen, don't forget this really important point. Let's realize something on purpose. If we're taking, for example, a Saturday after a long, hard week of working, one could have the choice. If they're low income, this is really tough. One could have the choice to say, devil may care, I'll buy anything I want, who cares? But tomorrow still comes, okay? Tomorrow still comes. And the next month's bills still come. Or we can make the active decision to still have fun. I just mentioned a whole bunch of fun stuff. There's a ton more to go. Like, for example, let me just throw in a bonus one. Like embarking on a recipe with ingredients you already have at home, but doing something completely differently about it. Like instead of always making, let's say, peanut butter cookies, maybe this weekend you'll decide to make chocolate chip cookies. Be a little fun and daring, things that you normally might do. Instead of making a plain old pancake, I love, once in a while, chocolate chip pancakes. You know those miniature chocolate chips? Hello. On a fast note before we go, there was a diner back in the old days in the state of New Jersey that I used to love to frequent, my husband and I, on a Saturday morning. And the minute I walked in, because everybody for some reason knew me, I don't know why. I really don't know why. They're like, we know what you want. We know what you want. I didn't even get to sit down yet. They're already running to the kitchen, with an order of chocolate chip pancakes. Now, what about the weekend? I didn't want it. That did happen. So I was like, wait a minute, you ran into the kitchen, because they knew me well. So I said, well, I really didn't want chocolate chip pancakes this weekend. I wanted bacon and eggs. Oh, the waitress was so sorrow-filled. She said, you know what, Jan, this is on me. It was my mistake. And I said, you know what? It's okay. No worries about it. They're like, no. But anyway, that's what I call great service with a lot of care. Have an amazing, fantastic day, everybody. I'm going to play this happy music because you know what? We deserve a little happiness. Hang on. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate everyone's time. Don't forget to come back tomorrow for another video. Yeah, Sunday video. I know. Have an amazing day, everybody. Take good care of yourself and your family.